Hello peoples, Digital Mouse here. If you're thinking about buying accessories for your Legion Go, here are some of the ones that I purchased. I upgraded my internal SSD on the Legion Go to this 2TB SSD from Inland. Inland boasts it has a read speed of 2400 megabytes per second and a write speed of 2100 megabytes per second. Installation was fairly simple, and it started with cloning my current SSD using Macrium Reflect. Once the cloning was finished, I removed the back cover of my Legion Go by first removing the 6 screws on the back. You'll need a Phillips head screwdriver for this. I then pried open the back cover, peeled back the tape holding the battery and the SSD. I disconnected the battery, then removed the old SSD, installed my new SSD, I reconnected the battery, then replaced the back cover. This is my first time using an SSD from Inland, but everything seemed to work fine. I was able to launch and play all of my games without any problems, and it could be just me, but everything seemed to work faster. I'll leave a link in the description below for the video that guided me through this. While we're talking about hardware, let's go into the BIOS for a minute. I want to show you how I increase the VRAM. Hold down the volume up and then press the power button. It may take a couple of seconds. When you get to this screen, select BIOS Setup. Go into More Settings, select Configuration, then go to UMA Frame Buffer Size. Select 8 GB, then exit and save. I wanted to show you this because in a previous video I talked about having problems playing Ratchet & Clank on my Legion Go. Changing the VRAM to 8 GB seemed to solve the problem. So far. If you don't want to spend the time or money upgrading your internal SSD, a less expensive option would be adding a microSD card. My favorite brand for a microSD card is SanDisk. I use SanDisk cards for all my drones, cameras, and gaming devices. Over time, they've proven to be pretty reliable. I've used it in my Legion Go for several months and it hasn't failed me yet. If you like this video, subscribe. It helps my channel. Lenovo included a case with its Legion Go, and it does the job. But quite frankly, it's huge, and not something you can easily fit in your backpack. I found this Legion Go case by Waterfield Designs, which is more compact but still provides the protection I need. It is made of full-grain leather. If you like the look of weathered leather, you're going to love this case. You'll notice there isn't a zipper in the case, because it actually closes by magnets. At first, I was a little skeptical of the magnets, but found it holds the case closed firm enough. The interior is lined with a soft cloth and has a couple of pockets. It can fit both my Legion Go and my foldable keyboard. I find the Waterfield Designs case a beautiful addition to my Legion Go accessories. It makes it easier to carry the Legion Go in my backpack or on its own. However, it should be noted that this case was expensive. You're looking at about $90 for this. This other case I found on Amazon is not as premium as the Waterfield design, but it's also not that expensive. And it's smaller than the case that came with the Legion Go. Like the Legion Go case, it has a hard shell exterior with a soft interior. It will fit my foldable keyboard and in my backpack. Its lower price point will probably make it a better option for most. I searched quite a while for a cover for my Legion Go. This one is inexpensive, but it gets the job done. It's made of silicone and securely wraps around it. Although I'd still be nervous if I dropped it, I find it better than not having anything on it at all. It has all the appropriate cutouts which will allow you to access the buttons and ports. The grips on the cover also have a nice texture to them. This will allow for a secure grip on the Legion Go and makes it just a little bit more comfortable to hold, although you will have to remove the cover to disconnect the controllers. You can use both controllers when they are disconnected from the Legion Go, but for me it feels kind of awkward. I prefer the Nintendo Switch's system, which allows you to connect the Joy-Cons together. This device will allow you to connect your controllers together and use them as a single unit. It's a basic block of plastic with grooves that fit the Legion Go controllers. On the top you'll find an L and an R telling you which controllers to attach. The exterior texture feels rough, and once connected, the two controllers seem kinda loose. You can find a number of people selling these on Etsy and Amazon, and they are not that expensive, but it's not as good as using an actual controller. Right now I'm trying out the Scuf Envision Pro. When I first picked it up, I immediately liked its ergonomics. It fits my hand perfectly. I also liked its sleek design and textured grip. It has a well-engineered button and trigger layout, and you can customize their actions in Scuf's IQ software. The adjustable trigger stops allow you to go from a long press, which is good for a racing game like Forza Horizon, or a short press, which I use for first-person shooters like Call of Duty. And the thumbsticks offer just enough tension to make the controls feel responsive and precise. And you have a couple of options with the thumbsticks. If you don't prefer the concave design, you can opt for a more rounded top. All that being said, the Scuf's price point is a bit steep compared to other controllers. One thing the Legion Go is not known for is having a great battery life, so you'll want some way of charging it on the go and at home. I use a couple of chargers from Baseus. This 100-watt charger has worked great for me. I like the fact that you can charge multiple devices at once. However, you will be charging them at different wattages. For example, let's say I wanted to charge my Legion Go, iPhone, Apple Watch, and a controller at the same time. I would be charging my Legion Go at 60 watts, my iPhone at 20 watts, and my Apple Watch and controller at 15 watts. Truth be told, I rarely charge this many devices at a time. I've had this charger for over a year now, and it hasn't failed me yet. If you don't have immediate access to a power outlet and are willing to spend a little bit more money, then this Baseus power bank may work for you. The Blade is a 100-watt battery with 20,000 milliamp hours. It has 2 USB-C ports and 2 USB-A ports. It also has an LED display which shows the remaining battery level, the charging power, and the time left for getting fully charged. But be warned, the display is kind of dim. This is what it looks like when I don't increase the brightness of the video. And here it is again with the brightness of the video increased. What first attracted me to the Blade was its slim design. This is what it looks like compared to my iPhone 15 Pro Max with a silicone case. Because it's flat, I'm able to store it towards the back of my backpack and then place other items on top of it. This aluminum 6-in-1 docking station works with my Legion Go, ROG Ally, and SteamDeck. It has a 33mm hook so it can support your device even if it has a case on. I especially like it because I can connect it to my Legion Go's bottom USB-C port and still maneuver it into several different positions. However, be careful about the angle that you place it because too much weight in either direction will tip over the dock. It has 3 USB-A 3.0 ports, an HDMI port which supports 4K at 60Hz, which I admit is overkill for a Legion Go, but it's still nice to have, a 1GB Ethernet port, and power delivery which supports up to 100 watts fast charging. When I connect my keyboard and mouse, it turns my Legion Go into a powerful and productive desktop system. I use a couple of different keyboards with my Legion Go. This foldable Bluetooth keyboard is inexpensive and gives me all the functionality I need. It has a touchpad, so I don't need a mouse. It's responsive and has left and right mouse click buttons. Pairing the keyboard to your Legion Go is simple. Press the function button and the number of the Bluetooth channel you want to connect. Press the Bluetooth connection button to make the keyboard enter the pairing mode. Turn on the Bluetooth setting on the Legion Go to enter pairing state. Find the Bluetooth keyboard and click it. You can then use your Legion Go to write your next great YouTube video script at home or while waiting for your food at your favorite Vietnamese restaurant. For my keyboard, I chose the Wooting 60HE. One of the Wooting keyboard's key features is the ability to customize the actuation point of key presses. I really wanted to see if this feature would help me in playing games like Valorant, a game that, let's say, I need to improve on. I'm going to create another video showing whether the Wooting keyboard helped during gameplay. You won't get much better or more expensive than the Logitech SUPERLIGHT. You can go on to prosettings.com and see that there are a lot of professional gamers that use this mouse brand. This is the second generation of the mouse. Many will say it's not as good as the first one, but this one comes with a USB-C connector as opposed to the first that comes with a micro USB. Sorry, I just can't buy anything that still works on micro USB at this point. It's not hard to see why so many pros like this mouse. It's responsive and incredibly lightweight at only 59 grams. I'm going to allow for some deviation in weight based upon my scale. I was actually shocked how light it was when I first unboxed it and picked it up. I've used many other non-gaming and gaming mice or mouses in the past, but never anything this expensive for lightweight. If you use a mouse, then naturally you'll need a mouse pad. I've been using this ARTISAN Ninja mouse pad and I can say it meets the perfect balance of texture and speed. My Logitech SUPERLIGHT slides over it effortlessly, but I never felt any lack of control. Now this keyboard, mouse pad, and mouse combo costs close to $400. Although I appreciate their utility, there are cheaper options out there. One of the first and cheapest accessories I purchased was a tempered glass screen protector. This one is from JSAUX. JSAUX gives you everything you need in the box, including an extra screen protector in case you mess up the first one. Installation of this screen protector is super simple. Wipe the screen with the cleaning wipe, then dry it with the included microfiber cloth. Dab any remaining particles with the dust removal sticker, remove the protective film from the screen protector, then place the protector on top of the Legion Go. Use the squeegee to remove any bubbles, wipe down any remaining fingerprints. The screen protector precisely fits the Legion Go screen all the way down to the rounded corners. Once I put it on, I barely noticed it was even there. The Legion Go is a fantastic handheld PC, and with the right accessories, you can expand its capabilities to make it even more functional.